How I spent my summer vacation. My wife is about 5 months pregnant and is a huge Disney person. So we decided to go down to Disney World in Orlando and we spent one day each in each of the four major parks. So that's me on the left enjoying what was my only alcoholic beverage of the day at Epcot because it was just way, way, way too hot to play that game. And that's Kiki to the side of me there, posing in front of the Animal Kingdom sign on our fourth day down in Orlando. That's all it says. Don't look any closer than that. So day one, we went to Hollywood Studios. This is where you can find Galaxy's Edge, all the Star Wars stuff, um, Toy Story Land, a lot of the more movie studio vibe sort of events. And we got in almost 23,000 steps. We meaning me. This is my Apple Watch tracker on the left. I also wear a Whoop band most of the time. So you can see a lot of research has come out lately saying that Apple Watches kind of overestimate activity and steps. And I certainly find that to be true, at least in comparison to the Whoop band, which is the middle top image. Galaxy's Edge has a substance called blue milk, or there's other colors, but blue is the best. That it's hard to describe. It's creamy, it's plant based. I haven't looked at the nutritional information because, frankly, I don't care. But a good probably 10% of the steps here were just me redirecting us back to Galaxy's Edge to get more of the blue milk. So you should do the same because it's the best. Our second day was just brutally hot in Epcot. Epcot is the land of tomorrow, a lot of the futuristic kind of stuff. Has all the different countries where one might drink around the world, so to speak. That dinosaur in the middle is named Figment, who is like the mascot of the place. We had more steps but less distance, ironically, which I think was just speaks to how kind of crowded the whole place was. And a lot of the steps we got here was just because there aren't that many bathrooms. So you might need to use the restroom while you are in Canada and have to walk a couple pavilions over to China to find a restroom. So factor that in for your day's activities. Here again for day three, we did Magic Kingdom, kind of the emotional main park where the castle and things like that live. Our step counts were a lot lower this day because we had to live kind of hunker down through one of those kind of trademark Florida rainstorms, which I was not mad about at all. And then we spent a lot of the end of the night sitting to watch the parade and the fireworks show. But again, we see that difference between the Apple Watch and the Whoop Band, and that Apple Watch is kind of overestimating or overcounting a lot of that kind of stuff. Day four, we went to Animal Kingdom, which, if you're unfamiliar, is like if Cedar Point and a zoo had a love child. Just absolutely beautiful, breathtaking place, the way that it's built. The safari is super rad, and the Avatar Pandora land is just, you could just walk around looking at it all day and have a great experience. So we see that same exact trend of just a little bit of a higher step rate from the Apple Watch versus the Whoop Band worn by the same person throughout the same day. And I will say Animal Kingdom generally is a lot more hilly. So prepare for any kind of trip like this with that in mind, that like you're going to be dealing with grades more than the other parks, I would say, kind of throughout the day. Just getting around, there's just a lot more ups and downs, so to speak. So I definitely find that Apple Watch overcount to be true in this case. Just like the movie Zombieland, your cardio rule number one is to keep your cardio up, and that's important for any kind of a multi-day theme park trip like this. Rule number two, style be darned. Wear supportive shoes that work well for you. I'm about to be a father for the first time, and I'm fully embracing my life as a New Balance and Hoka wearing individual. But it definitely, day over day, even different choices that I made footwear wise, you can feel the difference. So choose wisely. And the blue milk is totally worth the cost and the steps and whatever the calories are. Don't tell me, I don't care. It's worth whatever it is. Ta da! They have you pose for photos, and you don't necessarily know what's going to come out. Little do they know that we're big fans of Bluey and the Grandmas, and it's a pretty accurate depiction of the two of us in our normal weekend activities. So there you are. Enjoy if you go on a trip like this yourself.